You know, it's a double-edged sword. Well, for me, it's a quadruple-edged sword. Possibly a quintuple-edged sword. That I have repeatedly used to stab myself. It's crazy. When I was growing up, I hated myself so much. I used to cut myself. I cut myself with all different types of things. Scissors, knives, safety pins. I realized this could have been a lot worse. I could have been a lot more extreme about it. I could have burned myself with cigarettes, you know. Don't think I haven't thought about that. But it's just, it's so like traumatic. And I know it sounds like really lame and dramatic saying that shit about, well, some first world shit, and this is totally first world shit. People that live in a first world country have to like invent things to be upset about, you know? But I think that just kind of proves how sick of a society we live in, that like we're not happy just being happy. Well, we can't just like allow ourselves to have it good. We have to analyze it till it's bad. We have to, you know, create a problem so that we can try to fix ourselves. We have to create a problem so that we feel important. Like, oh, I'm so important because I have a problem. I'm so important because I struggle. You know, I'm interesting. I'm so interesting because I struggle. I'll be real with you, okay? I think I'm interesting because of the way that I choose to solve problems. I think I'm interesting because of how I look at life. And no matter how hard it is, and no matter how real that struggle is. The fact that that's a saying, the struggle is real, I mean, it just kind of proves how hopeless we are as a society, you know? Like, I don't know how people can't see what the solutions are. Well, I mean, I do know how. They're just not spiritual people, man. They want the solution to be a pill. They want it to be some sort of like breathing exercise or some shit, you know? Maybe that's not what God wants. Maybe He wants us to struggle. Because I feel like it's probably a lot easier for people to find God in times of turmoil than it is for people to find God when they have all these distractions and they have it so easy, they have to make it hard. You know? I just find that interesting. Dude, I used to be here at this restaurant. I used to be here around this time every single day. And it was crazy how busy it was. And now it's like totally dead. Don't read into it, man. It's so easy. It's so easy. That's like all I do. I sent this to Judson last night. I'm like, I always read into it. I read it like an encyclopedia. It's encyclopedia shittanica, because it's never positive stuff that I'm reading into. Well, unless it's about love and romance, but even then, I'll convince myself that the person that I think I love is gonna die. It's so true. It's so true. And I think that's the problem with like conspiratorial minded people is that you can always convince yourself, like, even if you have all this evidence of something positive, you'll still flip it and flip it and flip it. It's like a fucking Rubik's Cube. And you twist it so many times that it just turns to total shit, you know, like, you can't just be satisfied with something. You gotta keep flipping it until it's terrible. But I guess that's why I'm a good comedian, because I do the same thing with jokes. So it's like, if I'm already doing that in my mind because I can't help it, because I'm just some dumb white bitch. I really feel that way most of the time. Suburban white people problems. Typically involving ssris. Not me, though. I'm smarter than that. But it's like, when you're dealing with that, it makes you stranger if you don't assimilate. And I have rarely assimilated. Every time that I try to do that, I just hate myself. So it's like, well, I'm better off if I don't fit in and stick out like the sore, infected, pus related thumb that I am, you know, like that. That's how I feel, though. That's how I feel. Just always sticking out. I said this at CJ's mic a while back. I said, when you go to public school, like, and you're weird, you know, you don't fit in, you fit out. Yeah, that's exactly it. Jesus, I always lose shit. You have any idea how annoying this is?